How this is under 40 millimeters, I don't know. So the Saucony Endorphin Elite is a performance neutral road running shoe in the Endorphin range from Saucony. So this one sits the top of the pile in all that Endorphin range. So you've got the Shift, the Speed, the Pro, and the Elite. Coming in a really lightweight package, 7.2 ounces or 204 grams in a men's size 9. Price, new colorways jumped up to $400, which is crazy, and $275 in the US. So stack height wise, 39.5 millimeters in the rear, 31.5 millimeters in the front, giving us an 8mm drop. So this stack feels higher than a lot of the other 40mm shoes out there. So how this is under 40 millimeters, I don't know, but hey, we've got to take their word for it. It's under the legal limit. Right, so in the upper here, we've got a really breathable engineered mesh. So it's a bit of a futuristic design. I haven't seen an upper design like this on any other shoe, but really, really breathable. So we've got minimal overlays. So we've got some around the structure of the toe cap there, some in the middle of the shoe. We've got a heel counter, so the material changes into like a weave or a knit around to the back, and we've got a really, really flimsy heel counter there, so there's no structure whatsoever. They've got a bit of a band here that wraps around, so it goes around the middle of the foot, goes underneath the carbon plate there, which is, I don't know why, and then around on the inside of the shoe. Maybe giving the upper a little bit of structure at what it needs, but I don't think it has any benefit of the lockdown in my experience. Padding wise, no padding in this shoe except for this little pad here that you can see up on the in the heel. So that just sits on your Achilles, and haven't really had a drama with that one so far. What's really weird is it's got this, that sort of disconnects, and you've got this strap that sort of goes around the heel there to assist in the lockdown. Tongue wise, it's got like a felty type suede feeling about the tongue. So the tongue is gusseted and the tongue is just punched full of holes. So as you can see there, it's just full of holes, just adding to the breathability of this shoe. So the fit is true to size. We've got a very wide toe box, I must say, and it's got a little bit of volume in there. Having some lockdown issues, and those lockdown issues are obviously causing my foot to wobble around inside it, and I'm getting a little bit of rubbing on the inside of the foot, which I'll cover later. Right, so in the midsole, we have got their foam that they don't use in any other shoe, so it's their Power Run HG. So different to the one that they use in the Endorphin Pro and the Endorphin Speed, which is the PB, this is the HG. Within the Power Run HG, we have got a forked carbon plate, so it's different to the one they use in the Pro as well with the S-curve. This one is a forked carbon plate, and I'll put a picture of that one for you on the screen now. So still a really stiff shoe though, as you can see that it's very, very stiff. As I said before, the stack height, this seems, compared to the other 40mm shoes on the market, this sits higher and you actually feel higher in it. However, it does not feel unstable in any way. It's actually quite a stable ride for how high you feel off the ground. Now geometry wise, they've got a really aggressive rocker, but it's very late. So meaning, what I mean here, but it's actually up towards the front of the shoe. And the bottom of the shoe, which I find really strange with the geometry, it's just flat. As you can see there, it's like a dead flat line. So I found that's just a little strange to look at. So how does it ride? So this Power Run HG is extremely responsive. It's very bouncy, very poppy. It's firmer than the Power Run PB. It's definitely not a mushy or a squishy super foam. So for me, the closest other foam on the market to it would probably be the Asics FF Turbo. However, so the feedback is what I can compare this to is like a tennis ball pop. So if you know a tennis ball, it's quite firm to put in, but it's got a lot of rebound. So this is what the HG feels like. So very, very different to your Zoom X's or the Power Run PB, or especially the Fuel Cell that they're using in New Balance. So they say it is a soft ride, but I found this shoe does feel soft when you are in comparison to another shoe. So I done a warm up in the Kayano 30, and then I threw this one on for the workout, and this shoe did feel soft after that. However, in my shoe testing, I had the Vaporfly on for a rep before this one, and then threw the Elite on, and then after the Vaporfly 3, it actually felt pretty firm. So I think softness in this shoe is definitely relative to what you have just been wearing before. In the outsole, we've got a really thin rubber covering pretty much the majority of the forefoot there, and then also the impact zone in the rear here. So plenty of exposed foam on the inside of the shoe, and I'm actually getting a fair bit of wear, as you can see there. But the rubber itself, there's hardly any wear that I'm seeing on the rubber so far, so that is pretty good. But the rubber itself has no grip, so it's quite smooth. It's quite a smooth surface. They've got some holes there that you can see the exposed foam, and that's its only sort of way that it's getting any grip of the shoe. In the dry conditions, it's actually quite grippy and sticky, so very nice in the dry. However, had to go over a little bit of some wet stuff where a sprinkler was going over the road, and it does get quite slippery. So what I'm liking in the Elite so far is the actual Power Run HG. So I like the feedback of the foam, so I like the responsive ride that it gives. It's a really durable foam. Really love the pop out of it. So what I'm unsure about in this shoe is the rocker, so the geometry. So it's too far forward for me to get the most out of the shoe. I feel like I can't get up on top of the rocker enough to fully benefit. I feel it's just a little bit too late for me. If the rocker just come back, you know, a centimeter back to the middle of the shoe, I think I'd enjoy this shoe a whole lot more. Maybe if they shared the geometry of the ASICS guide sole technology, this shoe would be unbeatable. So dislikes in this shoe so far, definitely the lockdown issue. So struggling to get a good lockdown. One shoe I can get a great lockdown in, and then on the other foot I can't get the lockdown right, hence my toe is rubbing. Another dislike is the price, especially when it's gone up $20 just for a new colorway. So in summary, this is a interesting super shoe. So almost priced out of the market. So it's more expensive than the Alpha Fly. It's lighter than the Alpha Fly. Do I think it's faster than the Alpha Fly? I think it's faster. Would I choose it to race a marathon over the Alpha Fly? Probably not. I think this is more of a half marathon shoe. It feels faster because of the rocker is just so late in the shoe, so it's probably suited to the shorter stuff. Yeah, I'd just love to see that rocker just back slightly, and I think this shoe would just really work for me and come alive. Still lots more running to go in this shoe. I have got a marathon in about 6 weeks. At this stage, I'm not going to use the Endorphin Elite, but as I said, plenty more running to go, and it may be on my feet as my #1 pick. So that's it from me, guys. Please, any questions you've got with the Endorphin Elite, please let us know in the comments below. Are you having the same issue with the geometry? Or if in the geometry of your shoes, do you like your rockers more towards the midfoot, so an early stage meta rocker, more like the Hoka, or do you like it in the late stage, like this one? Or also the ASICS Metaspeed Sky has also got a pretty late stage rocker. Where do you like your geometry? Where do you like your rocker in your shoes? Let us know in the comments below. Love to read those ones. Anyway, guys, again, that's it from me. Don't forget to give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and we'll see you next time.